All right, today's August 21st, and we got a bit of an issue. I have my U-Haul, so I can go pick up this roofing for the garage, the metal roofing I was talking about. But the county requires, on the house side of it, they require you to tear the whole roof off, all the shingles and tar paper, if there's already 2 layers. Some states you can do 3, but apparently you can only do 2. So I got to rip everything off, and now I'm deciding, all right, well, it's not really in the budget. I budgeted everything out already. So I'm asking the contractor what he would charge to do it. Otherwise, I'll just have to demo that myself and find out the cost to get a small dumpster up there. And I got other stuff I got to throw away anyway, so maybe I have to do that anyway. So there's an additional cost. And the other issue is right now, I'm about to leave to go pick up our new front door. And that's why I have the U-Haul, right? And go get that roofing. But the roofing I'm buying, it's black or grayish, right? A metal roof for the garage. And I'm not doing that on the house, but it's replacing what was already there, metal roof wise. But the issue is, what if I decide not to do the roof? Then I have a black roof on the garage and I have the brown roof on the house, which the brown roof is okay. I know it's been there for at least 15 years, but there are some things that have to be fixed on it. So I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably rip that off myself and get the skylights ordered so they're here on time. But I'm going to have to contact the county and also get permits on the siding, just because we're doing more than a certain amount of square footage. So I'm going to have to probably permit that. But I just want to make sure that's right, because again, there's a questionnaire when you go to do your disclosures. Is there anything that's unpermitted on the house? And if somebody's financing the house, I don't want to run into an issue. And the permit shouldn't be that expensive. It's more timing. If it takes them 3 weeks or a month and a half to finally get out there to review everything, that's a pain. So anyway, I got to jump through those hoops today, but I'm so busy today. I'm just going to make the decision. I'm going to go pick up the roofing, even though it's black roofing, and worst comes to worst, I'm going to demo the roof, probably save myself $3,000. And I mean, even if it took me 4 days, this is a pretty simple roof, but even if it took me 4 days to get everything really nice between all the other stuff I'm doing, I'd be paying myself a decent amount of money each day to knock that out. So, and then I get the dumpster up there and do some of the other stuff. I have the sink there, I have the countertop, the backsplash, old couches and junk like that. I can throw it all in the dumpster. That is the goal today so far. And once I get this stuff up there and unloaded, I'm going to get the refrigerator, all the other appliances, load them up, and bring them down. A thought I did have was, since I have this box truck U-Haul, some of the building material I can probably just bring down in the U-Haul. So I may do that with something like the couch, so I can get a very small dumpster, because I don't really have much up there, right? But maybe I'll do that with the couches that were left there and have those dumped. So it might sound a little loud right now because the exhaust just separated on the U-Haul here. So now it sounds like it's a hot rod, which is actually kind of nice. But I did notice on the way up right now that the fire is out. So I guess a good thing. It's a good thing for everybody else. I mean, as I said, I probably would have made more money if my place burned down. But anyway, it's a good thing for everybody else. And we're on our way up right now. We got to drop off the roofing, get that knocked out, and load up all the appliances, take them back down. I did get in touch with a roofing removal company, which I'm waiting for them to call me back, but they said it'll probably only cost $1,000. And that includes removing the debris from the property. So I can't really beat that. I actually turned onto the highway, and the truck I got behind today was specifically a roofing removal company. I thought, well, let me take a photo and see what happens. But right now I'm pulled over on the side of the road here, waiting for all these trucks This is what I got to deal with. You got to take the back road because I have a dually. And yeah, check this out. They're working on that big bridge up there, and this is the only route that they can take. All right, we made it back up to the house here and got our new roofing. Got to build something to unload this. That's going to be hard to just drag down that ramp. Actually, I could probably just slide the ramp down and just drag it and put it in the garage on these wood blocks here. We also got our new door back here. I'll have to figure out a way to unload that. It's pretty heavy to do it by myself. I don't have any help up here right now. Brought some tools and got my dolly so we can back up to the, hopefully we can back right up to the deck there and pull the ramp out. And hopefully it works to just drag the appliances right on board. I'm gonna go ahead and load up some of this junk too. This old couch, I'm gonna take it down to the dump because these roofers that I just talked to, they got a roofing truck, so I don't have to have anything delivered, and they'll be able to back right up to the house, and hopefully it comes out to about $1,000-1,200. They'll rip everything off, and I won't have to have a dump run because there's barely anything left that I have to deal with inside the house. There's a little bit of the granite countertop stuff, but it's not like I'm ripping a ton of sheetrock out or something like that. All that stuff's been done in the past. So I don't think I'm gonna need to rent a dumpster either. So this is working out pretty good. Let me get unloading this. Whew, little ingenuity there. Luckily I had these tubes and I was able to do that. These are about, my guess, probably 300 pounds with about every 5. So still pretty heavy, even like that. But at least that's done. We got the roof cap section and the drip section over there. Now I gotta get that door out of there. I think I'm gonna have to use this appliance dolly to get that fridge out because it's taller than the door, so I gotta lean it back. And there's cardboard on the back of that anyway, so I'm gonna have to turn it against the wall and then come behind with that, flip it back, and I think we should be able to go down here and put it back in that corner for now. Success. I'm gonna leave it there for now. And on to the next thing. I forgot to mention, this is work day number 2. So today is the 21st of August. We closed on the 19th, but this is only my second day from closing. We've actually done anything. So check this out. Does it get any better than this? I mean, that should make it easy to move the appliances. I mean, besides someone else doing it for me, that'd be a lot easier too. But I guess the question becomes, if I open this door all the way, is it gonna fit through it? Let's find out. All right, the appliances are loaded. That's good. Now, there's some other stuff I need to get done. What time is it? Almost 3 p.m. I gotta have the U-Haul back by 7, but I also gotta get down to the dump in time. I'm gonna clean up some of this tile and get that couch loaded, fill up some trash bags, head down to the dump, unload that stuff, run to the house, unload the appliances so we can get them cleaned up and listed for sale, and take the truck back by 7 p.m. Okay, that's the job for today after I finish those pieces. Sorry about the audio. I don't have my mic on me today. I was just trying to knock this out. So I'll get this posted here, hopefully in the next couple of days, and probably be up here tomorrow working on something else. I'll let you know, otherwise it'll be next week. And we'll start making videos on the plumber that's coming to knock out some of this plumbing and get these cabinets arranged, set back in the wall in the right spot, or at least close. I might not do them over, I can't do them over the door yet, obviously. So I'm gonna leave this side unhooked, but I'll set up this side for now, see what it looks like. That way they have room to do the door and get started on that piece. All right, I got everything loaded, including the couch. Barely in time. Tiles all picked up. I got a trash can in the back. And now I gotta make it down the hill within 1 hour, because by the time I get there, the dump will be closing in 30 minutes. And I don't wanna keep this truck another day just for that. So off we go, down the windy road. Day 3 up at the property. It is August 22nd. I'm meeting the AC guy who installed this one here a couple of years ago. He's got an electrician too, so I'm gonna have him give me a price to install the new one. Hopefully I can buy one of the DIY kits from Home Depot's website. They have some pretty good deals. But he's gonna come back here and measure out the amount of electrical we'd need to get them up in the roof side of each of these rooms, so we have AC in all the rooms. I think that's going to be really important to sell this property. The one over here does cover the whole house. It's rated to do that, but when heat rises and those are the only 2 rooms, I think it's kind of dumb to have to put a fan in your door at night to blow the cool air in. Like, that just doesn't work for most people. Although it does cool down quite a bit up here in the evening. You could probably open a window. I think it's going to be important to have that. So we'll see what the cost comes out to. But today I got a new HEPA filter for the shop vac. We're going to go in and suck up all the dust, try to clean up the best that we can. The dust in there is kind of nasty. So like mouse poop and stuff. Like, this place has been vacant. So I got to get all that cleaned up pretty well. And then when I leave, I'm going to bug bomb under the house. And maybe I'll run one in the garage too. I have a couple of them. Just to begin that process, I got some other pesticides I'll do around the outside edges, under the deck. That way, by the time I come to sell this thing, we should be pretty good. So let me get started. Man, it is over 100 degrees today. Up here, it's not as bad, it's probably like 95, but it's hot. Luckily, you get quite a bit of shade. It starts to hit these pine trees, so that helps. But I was trying to get up on this roof, and it's a pretty decent pitch, but we got the measurements of the skylights. They're kind of an odd size from what I'm seeing, at least. I'm not a skylight expert or anything, but these are 32 inches long and 14.5 wide. And under here, these are 14.5 inside to inside, so whatever I get is supposed to match that, of course. But I see a lot of 42-inch skylights for sale, and then I see some 30.5s. So 30.5's not going to work up there. I don't think. I'd have to see what the inside of it looks like. So back to the drawing board on that, see what I can find. We just had the California Fair Plan people show up on me. They're the ones who are doing the insurance for the fire insurance. Farmers does my liability and regular homeowners insurance, but I have to use California Fair Plan out here for fire, and I'm hoping they don't fail it because of these trees here. They're too close to the roof, but obviously I have them marked. I'm gonna take them down. But since he was already here, I don't know what he's gonna say. Usually they'll give you a notice, hey, this has to be done in 30 days, 45 days, but I'm gonna be up here, I think this Sunday, falling these trees and starting to buck them all up and make some piles. But let's take a look on the inside. So we made a slight change on these stairs. Turns out this is pine. I mean, it feels like hardwood. This is super solid. I was afraid it's gonna be really soft pine, but it's pine, and I can buy these actually at Home Depot.
The old owner just had it routed down, so it was rounded on the edges. What I might do then, we're debating, we're probably going to go ahead and take these ones and just cut about a 1/2 inch off the back so they're nice and flat. And same thing, we're basically going to turn it into a nice riser here to go on the face, because we're going to buy new treads instead of having to sand this off, because these are up here are going to be painted anyway, like that creamy kind of tone white the trim would be. So, and so will the stringers. The stringers will be painted as well. We're not going to sheetrock that in or anything. So, we'll go ahead and paint under. We could sheetrock it, but we'll probably just paint under it. So when you look under, everything's white. But we're going to take our new stair treads they're just going to be square. That's how they come. But they do have the rounded nose up front. We're just not going to have the rounded corner here. So it'll just be flat. Put in our new risers. And for the top here, I think what we're going to do, first off, the third stair is going away. So this is just get pushed up against the wall. So it should just be 2 steps going up, and that is the third step. Instead of kind of extending this out, well, we're going to pull out this plywood here and see if we can't, basically, you see under there, they put another one. We're basically going to make our own, we'll use the rounded edge over here, right? It'll be coming off the face of this. But what we want to do is pull up this plywood or cut it, at least along here, and take more of these and just stack them all the way back instead of having this plywood, because it can't be that high. You can only have, I think, 3/8 of an inch of difference between the different steps to be in code. So we're going to tear this out, and when we put the new piece there, we should be within that, and we'll have a nice hard landing still like this plywood. But then when we stain it, it will actually match this wood, because some products take stain different. Our other option was to get a 1/4 inch thick birch piece of wood, which you could get at Depot. You nail it down here and you stain the birch, but I don't know how birch wood's gonna take the same stain as the stairs. It might turn out a slightly different color and it would be obvious. So we don't really want to do that either. So we're gonna try and just get multiple of these boards, run them across here, and just build our own landing out of these instead. That's the plan. All right, I'm just gonna finish vacuuming up and then rearranging some of the stuff in here. It's getting later in the day. Matter of fact, it's 2 o'clock. I had a long conversation with the AC guy. But anyway, I want to get down the hill. It's Pizza Friday, so I got to have my pizza, hang out with the family, and get ready to close in this week. Take Saturday off, go see some friends, go to church, and then Sunday I'm going to be back up here. I'm actually borrowing somebody's chainsaw, and I'm going to start falling all these trees, and that'll be my project for Sunday. So this was episode 3. This is the progress so far, a few days in, and we're waiting on our contractor to confirm on our roof still if it's going to be put the extra shingles on top or tear the roof off. It's really hard to tell with this roof. It looks like there's one layer of shingles, but the style of shingle, it's kind of thick and they overlap each other, so I can't tell. So I just told him, hey, you pop up. I don't want to tear anything off, just to see. At the front, it's definitely one layer, but I can't tell up a little higher. It looks weird. So we'll get confirmation from him, let him be the guy that decides what the deal is, because if there's one layer, then we're just going to go right over the top of the second layer for code. We don't have to tear anything off. That should be super easy to do. But even if we can get it torn off, it's only going to cost me about $1,000, $1,200. So it's not a big deal either way, but it'd be nice to know because it would speed up the process. So from here, if you're watching on YouTube, click like and subscribe. You can follow the journey. I'll put it in a playlist specifically about maybe fix and flips or something like that on the business YouTube channel we started. I just want to keep it separated, so if I decide to do podcasts or anything like that, they're kind of their own segments. But we'll be up here Sunday, hopefully falling some trees.